started probably about a couple months ago, but he's been very busy, very busy. I've seen him in a lot of events, seminars and conferences. I think the first 2 or 3 events that I've seen him, he was very quiet, obviously because he's learning. He's still a little bit quiet, but he's learning a lot. And I know that he's going to represent the city, and he's a great representative of our great Mayor Eric Garcetti. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce Mr. Eric Eide, who is the new Director for International Programs for the City of Los Angeles. Eric.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Carlos, thank you for that warm introduction. I am the new guy on the block here. Very happy to be here working for Mayor Garcetti on international trade, which is so important to our city and our region. I want to thank Carlos for all of his partnership with the Mayor's Office and pulling together a really great World Trade Week a few weeks ago. I also want to thank all the Consulate Generals who have shown up today to shine a light on the power of ASEAN, particularly the Consulate General from Malaysia, your team for helping to pull this together. Also want to thank the Port of Los Angeles for all of your work. Jean, Norman, Jim, and Jean, you've really done a lot of work, and it's a great event. I'm glad to see so many familiar faces up here today. Jean Soroka, our Executive Director at the Port of LA, is our #1 container port. The city's truly fortunate to have somebody like Jean with his wealth of experience, but also his intimate knowledge of ASEAN countries. He's worked and lived in Indonesia and Singapore, and he brings that knowledge to the port and to our city. Mark Mealy, thank you for being here. It's also a pleasure to see Holly Vineyard, who I worked with in Washington, D.C., and we're continuing to talk about ways where Los Angeles and ASEAN countries can more productively trade with each other. On behalf of Eric Garcetti, thank you so much. I want to welcome you here to today's event. The U.S. and ASEAN countries share so many interests and objectives, spanning international trade to climate change. The U.S., of course, recognizes ASEAN's central role in enabling the movements of goods, services, labor, and capital, but also sees ASEAN as a positive force for ensuring the unfettered movement of goods across the seas and supporting a rules-based governance system. Here in Los Angeles, however, we understand the power and potential of ASEAN, and we are committed to helping that relationship grow. Los Angeles is the central gateway between ASEAN countries and the U.S., and this position is reflected in our trade numbers. Two-way trade between Los Angeles and ASEAN countries already account for over $53.1 billion. Imports from these countries to Los Angeles in 2014 surpassed $37 billion. Our exports to the 10 countries surpassed $16 billion. 6 of Los Angeles' top 20 trading partners are from ASEAN, and 2 of them, Vietnam and Thailand, break LA's top 10 trading partners. We believe that this is just the beginning. ASEAN contains the world's most dynamic growth markets, and Los Angeles is uniquely positioned to help these countries grow stronger economically, linking you to local business partners here and to our strong domestic market. Los Angeles is a great global market and a global city uniquely positioned to meet the increasing demands of an interconnected economy. Our city has talent, infrastructure, and a diverse economic profile, everything you need to expand our already strong business relationships with the world. And we are an ideal location to distribute goods across America via our port, airport, roadways, and railways. Los Angeles conducted more trade with the world in 2014 than any customs district in the U.S. history, totaling more than $418 billion. The Port of Los Angeles is the #1 port in the United States, and together with Long Beach, we move more than $1 billion worth of goods every day. Our ports handle 40% of the total container traffic in the country, and our ports support more than 3 million jobs in our region across the country and across the region. Since the mayor brought the dock workers together and the shippers together for a new labor agreement a few months ago, the port has moved so many containers that ships are no longer waiting at anchor. So now we can turn our full attention on moving the ports, the best in the world, moving our economy forward. One way we are investing in our future is with a new collaboration between Long Beach and the Port of Los Angeles. This is nothing short of a sea change. The shipping lines around the world have created alliances and partnerships to compete, and now our ports must do the same. Recently, both ports are working together on a wide range of issues, including chassis, supply and storage, vessel calls, and truck turn times. And we are working more closely on marketing, environmental issues, security, and legislative advocacy. We're also investing $1 million a day on infrastructure to benefit the whole port complex. When we make our port complex more efficient, when we speed up the movement of goods and attract more ships, that puts people to work across the supply chain throughout the Southland in our nation and makes us an attractive destination to the world. While we are gathered near the Port of Los Angeles today, the mayor would be disappointed if I failed to highlight the role of the Los Angeles airport in moving people and cargo to and from Southeast Asia. LAX is the 6th busiest airport in the world, and we are so proud that the new Tom Bradley Airport International Terminal finally extends the kind of welcome to people to Los Angeles. Los Angeles Tourism just announced that we had a record number of visitors in 2014. 44.2 million people arrived, 5% more than the previous year. And more importantly, our international visitors are up. We had 6.5 million visitors, a 5.6 increase from 2013. Our airports are also investing heavily. 4.2 million a day upgrading facilities and infrastructure to make it a truly world-class facility. Los Angeles is brimming with opportunities, ideas, and goods to share with the hungry global economy. We are the center of innovation and creativity. We are the home of tens of thousands of great companies that can meet the needs of ASEAN economies. We are a ripe environment for investment and trade. Mayor Garcetti is committed to doing everything he can to make it a welcoming environment for business and for trade. With more than 4 million residents from every country in the world, speaking more than 220 different languages, Los Angeles is the western capital of the United States, the northern capital of Latin America, and the eastern capital of the Pacific Rim. We prioritize time to share our city with the world, to make connections for businesses to sell our products overseas, and help overseas investors find opportunities here in Los Angeles. Before I close, I want to introduce the international trade team. Our Deputy Director, Fabiola Vilches, Aaron Gross is the mayor's liaison to the port, and our newest team member, Tom, are all here. Please get to know them. They're another point of contact, and the mayor and our office wants to hear from you. Finally, on behalf of Mayor Garcetti, I welcome all of you to this event. Thank you.